way to do it is I needed to have glass on my string so I could cut all the other kites, but we didn't do that. But it was any day when you get to fly a kite, that's a good day.
Jeff Bezos is an American entrepreneur, media proprietor, investor, and computer engineer. He's the founder and executive chairman of Amazon, where he previously served as the president and CEO. With a net worth of around $204 billion as of November 2021, he's the second wealthiest person in the world, according to both Forbes and Bloomberg's Billionaires Index. Bezos founded the aerospace manufacturer and suborbital spaceflight services company Blue Origin in 2000. In September 2021, Bezos co-founded biotechnology company Altos Labs with Yuri Milner.
There's a man who truly changed the entire world, taught the principles of nonviolence. He's renowned everywhere, and it was a great honor to be able to go there and lay a wreath.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is Jeffrey Preston Bezos, but is also known as Jeffrey. He was born January 12, 1964 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA, making him 57 at the time of this production. He stands at 171 centimeters or 5 feet 6 inches tall. The billionaire tech tycoon has a passion for extreme adventures, from dog sledding to ocean exploration. Jeff Bezos may be stepping down as Amazon's CEO, but it's highly unlikely that he's slowing down. The billionaire has long had a love of adventures, like long horseback trips and ocean exploration. He went on a 50-mile horseback ride through West Texas alongside his father and his brother Mark. He's rappelled hundreds of feet down into dark caves equipped with a harness and a headlamp, and he once spent 3 weeks at sea recovering pieces of the engine of the Apollo 11 spacecraft, which took the first humans to the moon. Bezos donated to the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center several times between 2009 and 2017. In 2013, he pledged $500,000 to World Reader, a nonprofit founded by a former Amazon employee. In February 2020, Bezos pledged $10 million to combat climate change through the Bezos Earth Fund. Later that year, in November, Bezos announced $791 million of donations to established well-known groups, with $100 million each going to Environmental Defense Fund, Natural Resources Defense Council, the Nature Conservancy, World Resources Institute, and World Wildlife Fund, and the remainder going to 11 other groups. In 1992, Bezos was working for D.E. Shaw in Manhattan when he first met novelist Mackenzie Tuttle, who was a research assistant at the firm. The couple married a year later. In 1994, they moved across the country to Seattle, where Bezos founded Amazon. Bezos and his now ex-wife, Mackenzie, are the parents of 4 children, 3 sons and 1 daughter adopted from China. On January 9, 2019, Bezos and Mackenzie announced on Twitter their intent to divorce after a long period of separation. On April 4, 2019, the divorce was finalized, with Bezos keeping 75% of the couple's Amazon stock and Mackenzie getting the remaining 25%, $35.6 billion in Amazon stock. Bezos is currently dating Lauren Sanchez, who's an American news anchor.
Yes.
Is it more relevant now?
I think it will be relevant forever. And it's one of those things everybody knows is true, and yet it's somehow very hard to achieve.
Jeffrey Preston Jorgensen was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico on January 12, 1964, the son of Jacqueline and Theodore Jorgensen. After Mike had received his degree from the University of New Mexico, the family moved to Houston, Texas, so that he could begin working as an engineer for Exxon. Jeff Bezos attended River Oaks Elementary School in Houston from 4th to 6th grade. He attended the Student Science Training Program at the University of Florida. He was high school valedictorian, a National Merit Scholar, and a Silver Knight Award winner in 1982. In his graduation speech, Bezos told the audience he dreamed of the day when mankind would colonize space. After graduating from Princeton, Bezos found work at several firms on Wall Street, including Bankers Trust and the investment firm D.E. Shaw. In 1990, Bezos became D.E. Shaw's youngest vice president. While his career in finance was extremely lucrative, Bezos chose to make the risky move into the world of e-commerce. He quit his job in 1994, moved to Seattle, and targeted the untapped potential of the internet market by opening an online bookstore. Bezos opened Amazon.com, named after the meandering South American river, on July 16, 1995, after asking 300 friends to beta test his site. In the months leading up to launch, a few employees began developing software with Bezos in his garage. They eventually expanded operations into a 2-bedroom house equipped with 3 Sun microstations. The initial success of the company was meteoric. With no press promotion, Amazon.com sold books across the United States and in 45 foreign countries within 30 days. In 2 months, sales reached $20,000 a week, growing faster than Bezos and his startup team had envisioned. Amazon.com went public in 1997, leading many market analysts to question whether the company could hold its own when traditional retailers launched their own e-commerce sites. 2 years later, the startup not only kept up, but also outpaced competitors, becoming an e-commerce leader. Bezos continued to diversify Amazon's offering with the sale of CDs and videos in 1998 and later clothes, electronics, toys, and more through major retail partnerships. While many dot-coms of the early 90s went bust, Amazon flourished with yearly sales that jumped from 510,000 in 1995 to over $17 billion in 2011. As part of Bezos' 2018 annual shareholder letter, the media tycoon said the company had surpassed 100 million paid subscribers for Amazon Prime. By September 2018, Amazon was valued at more than $1 trillion, the second company ever to hit that record just a few weeks after Apple. At the end of 2018, Amazon announced it was raising the minimum wage for its workers to $15 per hour. The company has still been criticized for its working conditions and grueling pace, with workers protesting during Prime Day in July 2019. Bezos has been eyeing the food delivery market, and in 2017, Amazon announced it had acquired the Whole Foods grocery chain for $13.7 billion in cash.
Right here in the front table, I've known Amit for 20 years, and over 20 years, I've heard little stories about his father.
In the 20 years since Amazon went public, Bezos has sold at least $70 billion worth of his shares. He sells roughly $1 billion worth of shares every year as part of a planned stock sale arrangement. The day Amazon went public, Amazon's market cap was $300 million. Jeff owned 40% of the company at the time, giving him a net worth of $120 million, on paper pre-tax. With a year, he was worth $1 billion. At the peak of the dot-com bubble, Jeff's net worth topped $10 billion. After the bubble burst, Amazon's stock price sank to an all-time low of $5 per share in October 2001. At that point, Jeff's net worth sank to $1 to $2 billion. Jeff Bezos' net worth is $200 billion. On February 12, 2020, it was revealed that Jeff had paid $255 million for 2 properties in Beverly Hills. The first property, known as the Jack L. Warner Estate, cost $165 million. The estate covers 10 lush acres in the heart of Beverly Hills and features a 13,600 square foot main house. Other real estate assets include a $12.9 million mansion in Beverly Hills acquired in July 2018, a $24.5 million mansion right next door to the above Beverly Hills home acquired in 2007, a $23 million mansion in Washington, D.C. acquired in 2018, a former museum comprised of 2 buildings that measured 27,000 square feet of living space, a 3,000 acres in Texas including multiple ranches, 100,000 additional acres in various parts of the country. These are the cars which you might find in Jeff Bezos' garage: BMW 360 Li, McLaren F1, Honda Accord, Jeff Bezos is the owner of 2 Gulfstream G650ER private jets, N721DV and N758PB.